Hello again. Uh, as we agreed before, we have created four different links to follow the program. Our guests who is watching this program from YouTube can follow the program with the second link. You can find this link on our YouTube channel, Rezo Proactive. Uh, so now it's our Romanian partners' turn. They will do their presentation. In the name of our Romanian partner, Lorena will be with us. Uh, she will be presenting welcome groups try out the assessment rubric and sharing feedback. I will share some short information about Lorena. Lauren, as I said at the beginning, she is from Romania and she has her PhD in law, and she's also a professor in a school. During the conference, she will share some opinions and practices on procedures about integrating refugees upon arrival in a host state. And also, she will introduce us and let us address a few words. Mr. Professor Ershad Zaker Hussein, within the framework of this presentation, Mr. Ershad Zaker Hussein will be with us. So now I'm leaving the stage to our Romanian partners. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suleiman. Thank you very much, Franz. Good afternoon, all. Nice to meet you here. And during the conference, during our section, I want to discuss a little bit about the practice of guaranteeing asylum to people fleeing persecution in foreign countries as one of the earliest signs of civilization. I will share my screen with you. You can see it.
Do you see the presentation?
No, we can't see. Lorena, can you do it on the StreamYard screen?
Yes, on the stream screen, I share.
At the bottom, you will see share button. You can
Yeah.
share your screen by
Yes,
clicking.
share screen.
And you have to choose which screen you are going to share.
Yes, but
Which one?
in right top of my screen appear one message. It says that that's something blocked when I try to share screen.
Il y a quelque chose qui bloque ça. Uh, you can check the settings of your computer because normally everything's okay from our part. You should be able to share. Maybe you can also try to change your navigator. If you are on Chrome, maybe you can try Opera, Firefox.
No, bro.
Bakayım ya.
Bir tane bir şey select yapıyorsun, onu sonra allow basacaksın.
Yes, we can see now, Lorena.
Okay, thank you very much. So, in our rubric, we discuss about refugee, as I say, and the references to this practice were found in written text 3,500 years ago during the flowering of the great empires in the Middle East. 3 millennia later, after, refugee protection became the basic mandate of the UN Refugee Agency, created to deal mainly with refugee. So, in our context, now many organizations, international like European Union or national like NGOs, are interested about refugee. It's necessary to present a few words about what mean refugee in context of convention from 1951. As a result of a justified fear of persecution due to race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or opinion his political affiliation, he is outside the country of which he is a national and which cannot, or because of this fear, does not want the protection of the country. So, this is our refugee, this is a refugee in general. Is necessary the same to explain what means refugee protection in European countries, in Romania also. The main purpose of the refugee protection is to help find lasting solutions that allow refugees to rebuild their lives with dignity and peace. In this sense, there are three such solutions agreed by international organization. So, local integration, return to the country of origin, once the reason for refugee have case to exist, or relocation to a third country, when the refugee can not longer remain in the country of asylum different reason. The integration process involves a range of actors from ministry and municipalities to NGOs, employers, trade unions, schools, the most important educational system, health care, banking system, and many others. Those many refugees live from year to year with little hope of ever being able to return home. For them, the only solution is to build a new life and a home in the country of asylum and to integrate into the local community. So I think that in this context, indifferent which is our opinion about refugee, about refugee condition in different country, about refugee mental status or something like this, it's important to assessment the real situation from each country. And because I want to do it in particular case, I will propose you to resolve our assessment rubric tools, because in this project we created an assessment instrument, and the tool will help you to measure the level of success and integration with the help of several indicators specific to the environment from which the refugee came: students, teacher, organization, and I want to complete it and to answer to our request. And after, please give us a real feedback, because after you will resolve it, we will ask you a little bit about our instrument. I wish you success to resolve. I want to say you that it's important to be very, very honest when you answer. And for it, I appreciate that it's necessary to visit our site, or probably Suleiman will show all of us. I don't know. But I propose you to start to answer to the question.
Lorena, we can't see your screen if you are sharing.
I can share again my screen, but I think that individually we will resolve. I will put on my share screen.
Yes, it does. No, hello, hello, hello.
Lorena,
Yes, we are here.
here our participants asked if you can explain shortly what we'll do here. What will they do here?
Okay, now you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, is necessary to start our assessment tool, and to answer to our questions depends on your
This is on our website.
on your second.
This is on
Yes.
our website, so
Yes.
you should say that they should access our website. So.
Okay. Mr. Also, my team colleague, told me that it's important to explain that first of all it's necessary to access our website.
Erasmus line emergencies.
Yes, Erasmus Line Emergency
EU.
EU. After intellectual output section, IO3 welcome. Click to the link and start to resolve the assessment group.
Check if everyone could access this one.
Yes, please tell us if everyone can access the website.
Söyleyeyim. Lorena, if you are speaking to us, we can't hear you. Your
So
micro is muted.
Until now, but I want to ask you if it's necessary to explain more about our instrument.
No, for now, we are just doing the assessment rubric, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
20 minutes, 25 minutes, I don't know what is necessary. We are waiting for you, and after we will discuss about feedback from each
Okay.
country.
As soon as the groups finish the rubric, we are gathering again.
Do you want to put the link in chat? Link for assessment rubric? I can put
Uh,
it.
yes, it will. It would be great.
Okay.
Actually, I did it. The link is in the YouTube chat.
This is the link.
Mikrofon kapalı değil mi? Ş- Okay. In order to be active during this time, we can also fill the document together here. We can start. Mikrofonu bir kapatsana. Here you can see the tool also while you are filling the document. You can also follow the screen if you want. The tool provides reflections for thought on three sectors. Which is sectors you are involved in more? For us, it's organization of institute. Do you involve refugee teachers? Yes. We are filling the document as an institution. So ask, does the school help educators to intermediate with migrant parents who don't know the language of host country? From the experience of the teachers that we have already spoken, we can say we can answer this question as yes. Do you have important information translated into the language of your learners' families? Yes, we can see this in the school, especially in primary school, because sometimes students may not understand what their teachers asks for, and so the schools provide some extra explanations for the families in their mother tongue. Does the school enable migrant children to have additional support learning? This afternoon, we will be with Mr. Emre Öğütcan at the end of the program. He and also I named his name because he will be with us. And he can also share his experience. I'm filling this document based on the experiences of people like him. Like Mr. Emre Öğütcan and others that we have already told. Does the studies curriculum include teaching about topic of refugees? Actually, it depends on the level of the student, but yes. As you can see, the assessment tool is something like this, and you can fill the document. You can complete the document according to your profile. So now we are waiting for you to complete the document, and other partners. You can switch on your cameras when you are ready, and we can go on. After that, Lorena can continue. Thank you for now.
Aynı mailleri 3 defa
Uh,
genel olarak.
we are here again. Lorena, I think partners might have finished their filling the tool. I don't know, maybe you can intervene now if you are ready.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, if our partners are ready, we can start to discuss about feedback question. But it's necessary to say that in our case, we are not finished yet the questionnaire.
Okay. Okay. I asked just in case.
Few minutes and we will come back to discuss.
Okay. We are ready. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. We finished the
Okay.
questionnaire, then on to rubric. And if you are ready, we can discuss a little bit.
Okay. Then stage is yours again.
Okay, we play like institution, like organization, uh, and probably you play in a different role. We don't know, but I will put you a few question, a few feedback question, and we can discuss together. I want to be an interactive subject, and I will share screen with you again.
Okay.
You can see it. You can see the question.
Yeah. Yes, we can see Lorena.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to request you if did this questionnaire experience respond positively to your expectations.
So we should answer. We should answer. Everyone should answer.
Everyone
And
should
we write the
answer.
answer somewhere.
Sorry.
We write the answer somewhere, or it's just
No,
a
no,
discussion?
no, right answer.
Huh.
Just a discussion.
Okay. Yeah, so we would like to hear you if the questionnaire respond positively to your expectations. Maybe from each country, we would like to hear a few words about this.
From our other partners, is there anyone who wants to intervene, who wants to speak? Please turn on your cameras if it's. Is there anyone who wants to answer this question? Maybe Emre. Did this questionnaire experience respond to your expectations?
Okay, so if nobody says no, it means that everybody says yes. I mean, everybody respond positively to this question.
Actually, there is someone who wants to speak about this question.
Yes, who is it?
Mohammed.
Hi all. As a participant, I had also filled the questions, and I found it very well structured and detailed. I'm a volunteer who works for refugee children integration process. So I found those questions very well thought. Actually, there was lots of consideration for the both parts, for the parts, for the refugee children, for the teacher party, for the parents party. For these reasons, the questionnaire satisfied me.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I say. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
the
Mohammed.
questionnaire.
Okay, so the next question is.
Yes, the next question is: has there been any new information that you have found that you find useful in the future? How would you introduce it?
Yes. In the questionnaire, has there been any new information that you can use in the future? Maybe you can use the same question in some other conferences, papers,
Or
researches, and so on.
practice?
Or practices, yes.
Maybe we can use the questionnaire as a whole for a feedback for the projects which aims to refugees integration. For example, in the association where I am an benevolent, we can use this questionnaire for the feedbacks, for learning from our mistakes, for learning what we have done wrong or what we have to upgrade. For these reasons, I would use it in the future.
Thank you.
Questions as a whole.
Yes, the next question I would like to answer myself. We put the question, but the answer also I would like to give. Which questions were the most difficult one, or the new one? For me, the most difficult question was if our institution is ready and capable of integrating the new teachers, parents, and so on. I can say that as a school, we are well prepared to integrate the new teachers with refugee background, but I am sorry that not many schools in Romania are ready to integrate the teachers with the refugee background. Maybe in our school there are 2 or 3 teachers with refugee background, but I don't believe that in any other Romanian school there is a teacher with a refugee background. Is there any, Mr. Olabe? No, there is no teacher in the refugee background in the other school. So this is a very challenging question, not only for us, but for the educational system in Romania too. So we can pass to the next question. Do you want to add something? Okay, thank you.
Would you add the other questions, dear partners?
What questions we would like to add to this questionnaire if you would like to add something?
More relevant or
Is there anyone here? Maybe.
Okay. I think nobody wants to add anything. It's perfectly prepared and nobody wants to add anything else.
Yes.
how
We
do
can
you
say that.
Thank you.
how do you assess the quality of the information presented in this rubric? Because you saw that
Maybe
sometimes
you can say a few words, Lorena, about this question.
sorry.
Maybe you can say a few words about this question. And how do you assess the quality of the information presented in the rubric?
You could saw that sometimes you found a short link, address link, and if you click there, you can find an helpful information. And because of this, I decided to ask you about the quality of information because in our questionnaire. You found this, and it's not a simple assessment rubric tools. It's an instrument with many indicators, very helpful. Probably if the assessment rubric is okay, our information presented there are okay. How do you assess overall satisfaction with community concerns in the file or refugees?
Actually, maybe I can say something about this question. When I'm looking at this rubric, the first word that comes to my mind is the detail, because when we are talking about refugees or integration of refugees, there are lots of dimension to mention about. And in this rubric, we can see all aspects. Uh, the refugee, refugee's family, maybe a refugee children, refugee student, a teacher of refugee. So I can see that it's a really detailed document. Uh, so it's really satisfying in this context. I can say that.
Yes, it's a big notion with the different dimensions and it's normally to search for details if you are interested in to develop the area. Do you consider necessary and important the involvement of public authorities in the steps taken in this field? If so, please indicate some specific actions.
With regard this, I can say a few words. I believe that the intervention of the public authorities is crucial for the refugees' integration, and it differs as to the countries. In the European level, we can see different practice changing according as to the countries. For example, in France, where we are in, actually, we see that the French asylum or integration policy is not uh, enough for what we expect from the French government. We see that the refugees, from the beginning of their journey, are left alone for all aspects of their lives. For example, there is no ec- linguistic help for the refugees until their regularization from the legal aspect, which takes more than 2 years in some cases. That was just one of the examples. There are lots of situations, lots of problems like this. So we believe that from the start of their entry in the country, the state authorities must fully take responsibility of the refugees for a better integration,
Yes,
which is,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Good answer. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Next question is: do you think that using the assessment rubric will facilitate collaboration with refugee teachers?
Emre, maybe you want to say something? No? Maybe I can say something about this.
Yes.
Uh, when there's a problem, we always want to solve this, and we always want to find a solution uh, with the easiest by the easiest way. If there is a guide to solve the problem, uh, uh, we should use it. Here I name the problem the integration of refugee teachers. So the solution is and it comes with some other problems. Yes, we can see the integration problem, and refugee teachers need to be guided sometimes to be integrated. So this assessment rubric, uh, we can accept it as a guide to understand what's happening. As a refugee, they can they need to understand the context. They need to understand the framework. Uh, this assessment rubric will be a guide. There are some experience, and according to these experiences, there is an assessment rubric which was created. So this is a perfect guide, I think. So there is no need to discover America again. This is what I want to say.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Do you think that using the assessment rubric will open up the debate?
Is there anyone?
I think yes. If somebody can access this questionnaire, he will find very challenging questions there, and we can send this questionnaire also to the public authorities in Romania, and also all other partners can send this to other partners, local authorities, curriculum makers, policy makers, and so on. So I believe that there can be an opportunity to start a debate about the status of refugees in each country. Thank you, Lorena, for this questionnaire and for this discussion.
And thank you for your attention.
Did you say stop sharing? Okay.
Now, because we have a few minutes from our section, from our rubric, I want to present Professor Ershad. Last but not the least point from our list. In context of receiving a significant number of Afghan refugees in Romania in last month, I will be glad to introduce you, Mr. Professor Ershad Zakir Hussain, and let you to address a few words about your recent experience. And after, if we will have enough time, I will please the Professor Mustafa Olabi to address you some words. Thank you. Please.
Thank you all. Good afternoon. I'm so proud to be here today. I could find such an opportunity to share my idea or my experience to all of you and all our audience. As you know that unfortunately recently the political event happened in Afghanistan, and political system in Afghanistan was damaged, and Taliban captured Afghanistan and occupied all across Afghanistan. That's why different groups and several groups of Afghan they are fleeing from Afghanistan, including my family and some of my colleagues. As you mentioned, recently a group which consists of 140 people were fleeing from Afghanistan from different addresses. Some of them are teachers in different universities, and some of them are students, and some of them are commander in different ministry of Afghanistan, because they were in danger. That's why they asked different European countries to evacuate those guys and rescue their life, because as I mentioned, all of them, they are in danger. Fortunately, Romanian authorities accept our request. Then we found such an opportunity to come to Romania. Now more than 3 weeks we arrived here, but my family and I came to Bucharest yesterday. Just we arrived yesterday, but all other groups, Afghan groups, are in Kala, and they passed the registration, refugees registration, and something which necessary in this procedure. But up to now, as you know that, to be honest, I don't have any idea about the integration of refugee, and I don't have any specific idea in terms of educational system of Romania. That's why I'm not able to share my idea regarding to this point. Just only I can say in this time or in regarding to the political crisis of Afghanistan, Romanian authority rescue our life. So let me to put forward my appreciation and my thanks to all Romanian authority, including you. And finally, thank you for your invitation in this conference. And I hope that we can find a new opportunity in Romania as the same other refugee. But I think and I can predict a positive approach for our groups and for our children, our families. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome here, and wish you all the best for you and for your family. Please, Mr.
And Mr.
Mustafa
Malawi
Olavi.
also. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for having me here. Actually, I can't say more than Mr. Professor already said, but I'm from Syria, and I'd like to talk in brief, very brief sentences about the situation there. Actually, you all know it's not a brother nor a tussle, the situation in Syria. It's a war. It's a war. These damned war are not coming to finish, are not coming to come to an end. I don't know, nobody wants to stop that damned war. People are dying in streets. People are running away everywhere. All of you have already heard about the problems. Now we have another problem. I came here before many years, but the problem of integration in the society, you need a work, you need money, you need a lot of things. The integration is a word, but it's not very easy. It's very difficult. It's a whole life. You are changing your country, you're changing your life, you're changing everything. So as a teacher, it's very difficult in Romania to find a job. This is, I tell you truthfully, this is what happened with me. I don't know, maybe I'm not lucky, but it depends about from one person to another. Anyway, Romanian society people are not bad. People are good. But, you know, every country has its difficulties, has its problems, defects. Nobody is perfect. This is the life. This is life. What I want to talk about is something about what concerns the teaching here. This is what we are for.
Yes.
Actually, this problem it's a bit difficult. As a stranger, teacher, I found it very difficult to have a job or to as a teacher. And another is very difficult to have. Maybe because my awful age, I don't know. It depends upon everyone, from one to another. But actually, this is the situation, and I told you my point of view, sincerely.
Honestly, thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish you success.
We wish you all the best, and we stay here to work with you. Thank you very much for our part.
Okay, thank you, our guests, actually your guest, Lorena. It was really valuable, their experiences. It teach us a lot, and For the first part of this day, the program of this day, we are okay. Now we will be taking a pause of 1 hour, and afternoon we will continue with two other presentations. We will start with the part of Patricia. For now, that's it. Okay. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We
Thank
have a
you.
lunch break 1 hour, right?
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.